Hey everybody, how's it going today? Today I want to do a different type of video, as you can see by my more relaxed nature. Today I want to talk to you about red pill talking points. So if you've looked on the internet the past 6 months or so, you've maybe come to recognize a guy named Andrew Tate, or have heard of terms like the red pill or the manosphere or things of that nature. And what I want to talk about is the talking points, so the highlighted reels and all the short clips you see on YouTube, versus what it's actually talking about within context. So a lot of times you will find a lot of different clips out of context. There'll be like very controversial statements based on like statistical facts, such as like hypergamy. Women are hypergamous in nature, and 80% of men are not even recognized as being a suitable candidate for a woman, so on and so forth. And I would argue that half of that is actually more like clickbait to get you triggered, hashtag triggered, right? We're in this whole cancel culture nature society at this point in time. But the other half is actually based on truth and based on statistics. And that's where I think we get confused. So for myself, I've been red pill for the past 5 or so years, and I've undergone such a transformation in terms of life and how I view life and how I experience it now. And so for someone who's actually gone through the 5 or 7 stages of grief, going from a blue pill perspective to more of looking at reality and how it actually functions, regardless if it's moral or not, to it's very interesting looking at these talking points, because for myself it's like, yeah, of course, no problem, like of course this is real. I've learned that 3 or 4 years ago. But for someone who's just starting out and encountering these facts, it's very harsh, it's very in your face, and it's so out of context that we don't even know what to do with it. And so I want to challenge those of us that have actually been in the red pill for quite some time to actually speak up about this stuff. I'm doing my work here, recording videos just off the cuff, really no script, just more of a talking point, right? Hence talking points. But I just want to share my experience through all of this, and to kind of ground us a little bit, because oftentimes we'll see these reels or see these clips and it's so triggering, and it just polarizes us as a society even more, men against women, conservatives versus liberals. And this is not good. And what we want instead is to understand each other's viewpoints. And this is how we do it, is by communicating openly and to the best of our ability communicating, but also listening as well. So that's one area that I continue to grow in and want to grow in going forward into the future. Now, however, for these talking points, for those who might have been, for those of us who maybe don't have that 5 years of experience behind us, I strongly recommend that you seek out the context of which these clips are pulled from. What are the sources behind all of these? And a lot of times I follow this guy, his name's Rollo Tomassi. He's written 5 books on this whole red pill stuff. I've read four of them, and I'm on the 5th book right now, just slowly going through it, and it's very eye-opening. It puts a lot of things into context, and context is key in this day and age. So I highly encourage you to actually not just take someone's word for it, not even mine. Do your research. Spend the sufficient amount of time necessary to actually understand what these things are, what these people are talking about. Like, why on earth do 80% of men not even be recognized by women? Well, there's a whole branch of psychology, sociology. There's also the branch of biology and the evolutionary psychology part, as well as Christian perspectives, as well as atheist perspectives. And it's like, you take all of that together, and then you actually can have a solid understanding of what that statistic actually means. Yes, it's a harsh reality, but the reasons why behind it, you need to understand, and puts everything else into context. So those are my 2 thoughts on red pill talking points. Going into the future, there's going to be a lot more, I guess, figureheads like Andrew Tate and a bunch of the guys in the red pill sphere coming up. You'll see more things about on controversial topics and statements and all this other stuff. So when you encounter those, just be aware. Just be aware of this is most likely out of context, and if you're really triggered by something, do your research on that topic. Anyways, thank you so much for listening. I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.